Staff Sergeant Ryan Masseth, an elite Green Beret soldier, died in Iraq last January. Not in hostile action, but in the shower, from electric shock caused by an improperly wired water pump.
His death was unnecessary. His death was preventable. His death makes me wonder who's looking out for our troops.
Masseth was the latest of 13 U.S. military and civilians killed in Iraq by accidental electrocution. That's a fatality rate higher than the electrocution rate back in the U.S. In 2005, Sergeant Christopher Everett was killed after other soldiers in his unit reported suffering shocks. Yet a year earlier, an Army safety report had called electrocution a killer that is growing at an alarming rate in Iraq. It added, "We must ensure we require our contractors to properly ground electrical systems."
I was just appalled. I couldn't believe that this was actually going on. How could something so simple as basic grounding not being done over there, especially since they already knew?
By they, the families and critical U.S. senators mean KBR, the contractor that's being paid more than $20 billion for feeding and housing Americans in Iraq and Afghanistan. KBR, which did not send representatives to this hearing, says its contract only covers the repair of equipment breakdowns, not fixing potential hazards. But that's a claim rejected by the company's own former employees working in the war zone.
And the point I was trying to make is, when electricity is going someplace that it's not supposed to be going, it's broke. And it needs immediate attention.
The carelessness and disregard for quality work at KBR was pervasive. The attitude of the KBR supervisors was usually, and I can quote again, "This is a war zone. What are you going to do?"
Other former company workers say KBR ignored their memos about safety hazards and that they falsified work records. KBR has also been accused of overbilling the government and exposing its workers to hazardous chemicals. But the Pentagon is sticking with KBR. The company has been guaranteed part of a potential $150 billion contract to keep supplying U.S. forces worldwide. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera, Washington.